Cubs, welcome back to the Cub Den. Today I'm going to share a story with you that I love, and I think you will too. It's called What If Everybody Did That? And I think sometimes when we do something, we just think, well, it doesn't matter. It's just me. You know, what's the big deal? Let's find out. Maybe it's not a big deal, but I think it is. So this is a book. Again, it's called What If Everybody Did That? And it was written by Ellen Javernick and illustrated by Colleen Madden. We're online so much that I really just love the sound of pages turning. We read a lot online, but it feels good to have these pages turning, doesn't it? When we went to the zoo, I fed just a little of my popcorn to the bear. The zookeeper waved his broom and said, "What if everybody did that?" So this little boy's thinking, you know, it's just a little popcorn. But if everybody did that, it could turn into lots of different foods being fed to the bears. Not good. I just wanted to see how fast the grocery cart would go. It went faster than I expected. When the manager stopped me, she said, "What if everybody did that?" And he's just trying to speed around. But if everybody in the whole store was speeding around, that would not be safe. On the way to visit Grandma and Grandpa in Kansas, I dropped just one soda can out the window. The patrolman who pulled us over said, "What if everybody did that?" And there they are, they're getting a ticket because it's not okay to litter. And look what would happen to our beautiful world if everybody did that. That's why we have rules to keep our area clean there. At Uncle William's wedding, I took just a little lick of the frosting from the fancy cake. The lady behind the table glared at me over her glasses and said, "What if everybody did that?" He thought, well, does it matter? It's just a tiny little lick. But soon the cake would have all sorts of fingerprints and lick marks in it. I told my babysitter that I took a bath just once a year. As she shooed me into the bathroom, she said, "What if everybody did that?" Can you imagine? It would be pretty smelly at the family portraits. During story time, I had something important to say. I just couldn't wait till the end of the story. The librarian put her finger to her lips and said, "What if everybody did that?" And look, here's an example at the library. If everybody did that. "I gotta go potty. Why can't we read one of those other books? I've already heard this one. My mom said that recycling is a very good thing and we should do it. I'm so hungry. How much do you weigh? I can touch my toes." That's why we all have to wait our turn to talk. While we sat in the car waiting for Dad, I honked the horn. I just honked a few times, but Mr. Thompson came to his door. He shook his head and said, "What if everybody did that?" Can you imagine the noise pollution? If everybody just started honking their horns, beep, beep, honk, honk everywhere. At the swimming pool, I just splashed a little. The lifeguard blew his whistle and said, "What if everybody did that?" So it looks like he's kicking a bunch of the water out of the pool, and the pool wouldn't have a lot of water if everybody did that. On the bus, I had just stood up to see the fire truck. Mr. Gearshift glared at me in the rearview mirror and said, "What if everybody did that?" And then he's saying, the whole bus might tip over if everybody stood to the side. The bus wouldn't tip over, but it still is not safe to stand up when you're driving. Just once I didn't hang my coat on the rack at school. Mrs. Sanders made me pick it up and said, "What if everybody did that?" Just leaving it there. Look at that. Nobody would be able to find their jacket if they didn't put them on the correct hook. At recess, I threw just one snowball at Sammy. Mr. Walters saw me. When he sent me to stand by the wall, he said, "What if everybody did that?" And look at recess soon turned into a big, huge snowball fight. Which is fun if you're planning a snowball fight, but if you're not expecting it, people can really get hurt. When we went out for dinner, I just shot one straw wrapper. The waitress stopped taking our orders and looked straight at me. She said, "What if everybody did that?" His straw had a paper wrapper, and he's able to blow some air in it and make it go across the room. And here it is. Straws, wrappers flying everywhere. Let's see what's happening. After the football game, I just ran onto the field to get the quarterback's autograph. The official waved his arms and said, "What if everybody did that?" Everybody's running down there. When I came home, I love this part. When I came home, I gave my mom a big hug. What if everybody did that? That would be a good action for everybody to do, wouldn't it? I really like this story because I think sometimes we don't really think about our actions and we just think, "Oh, it was just one little gum wrapper that I dropped," or one little something. But no, we can't do that. And if everybody does their part, the world stays healthy and beautiful. And we just want to remember every piece of trash makes a difference. Every running through the store, even just one child running through the store could be dangerous. So we want to think about the rules are for everybody. So I hope you really think about that. And sometimes we don't like the rules, but there's a reason for them. And they're always to keep us safe and healthy and keep our home safe and our community safe. So think about that as you go out into the world. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, Cubs.